after a decade and a half working in the corporate world with enterprises as big as IBM, Vodafone, entrepreneurship is something which I think you do not inherit. People say you inherit that. No, you do not inherit. It is circumstantial. It is for me, it was circumstantial, especially given the fact because for me it is more of a social entrepreneurship, right? So, working in the corporate world, I realized that we all are born and we all have a lot of opportunity which we do not really value because they are just there. Same opportunities are lacking in a lot of underprivileged women. So that was the gap which I thought I have to bridge. I had to bridge that gap. That is where I came up with the concept of social entrepreneurship with Suhad Foundation, along with my other profitable businesses that is into IT. At the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey, it was very different because you're coming from, as you mentioned, set rules and structured word. You have process to follow, and you just follow that. You follow the path which is already written by somebody else. But in entrepreneurship, you write your own rules. You make the path which would be followed by others. So your bigger responsibility and a bigger chunk of share here, which can be a boon or a bane if not done rightly. So it's a very big responsibility, which I learned. I When I stepped in, I thought, okay, it's going to be easy. It's going to be just another thing. But I definitely learned a lot. There's a lot of uncertainty, which definitely is not there when you're working for somebody else. Still, your mind is, even though if not 9 to 5, but still 9 to 9, whatever. But if you're your own boss, it's there 24/7. You carry that in your mind, in your brain, 24/7. So yeah, that was something which I learned while working at it. And handling with people, that is an art. Being in sales and marketing for such a long time would not help you as much than what you learn in 2 years of entrepreneurship. Currently, looking at the scenario and Gen Zs who are coming in the workforces, like anything, we have to make sure that purpose is, inbuilt in these students, in these children, I would say. If you are planning for a life which is only structured with rules and regulations, you would not be leading a successful life happily. It would only be a life where you might be earning much, right? But you'd not be happy. But that is the basics of any, organization, you would say, or any individual. If the pursuit of excellence, the pursuit of happiness is not there, you are not living a life worth living. That is the message I think I would want to convey to the students. There are a lot of stories where big leaders, their kids are not continuing the legacy. Even if they try to continue, they're not doing as good as the elders or the previous generations. We have a lot of examples from the history. And it's not wrong. You do not have to continue the same legacy if you are born in that family. Or on the contrary, if everybody in the family was a doctor or an engineer, or you have to continue the legacy. No, there is no hard and fast rule for that. And to my context and given the current scenario, entrepreneurs are shaped and it is circumstantial, right? So when I say that, these institutes like ETHAM, you guys are the ones who nurture entrepreneurship in the students, because when they have that passion, workshops where we invoke innovation, we do idea generation, idea building, these are the platforms, these are the classes where a startup is formed. So I think I should take pride in announcing as well that we are doing collaborations with a lot of colleges by introducing our Impact Fusion Club. So through Impact Fusion Club, we are collaborating and giving meaningful platforms to all the startups, entrepreneurs, business people. They come, they network, learn, unlearn, grow in the real platform, on the real network without being judged.